Welcome back to our channel. Hope you all are doing great. In this video, we are going to discuss everything about HTML tags and attributes. We are also going to take a look at different types of tags like heading tags and paragraph tags. So let's get right into it.
Alright, so in this video, we'll be discussing these topics. So we'll be discussing HTML tag, tag attributes, title tag, body tag, heading tags, and p tag. So basically all about, some basic tags of HTML, right? So let's move on to VS Code. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just open this file explorer and I'll just create a new folder inside this folder. I'll just right click and type new folder. I'll just zoom in a little bit and I'll type lecture 2 and let's name this as tag attributes, right? And in this I'll create a new file, index.html, right? So we are having an HTML file here, right? And I'll just close this now and I'll just open a live preview. So all this has been discussed in the installations video, how to open live preview and what is VS Code and all, right? So okay, so I'll just complete the boilerplate code for HTML, right? Okay, so by exclamation mark and enter we can complete the boilerplate code. So this is called the boilerplate code for HTML document, right? So let's understand this code. Let's go through this code. So in the DOM video we discussed that what is a tag in HTML. So I'll explain again. So tag is nothing but tag is an object which is representing in document object model. It is basically a node in the document object model, and it is called a tag because we use these tags to define certain properties in our HTML document. So each tag has a different type of function, right? So and we'll be discussing some tags in some basic tags in this video, right? So now we know that what is a tag. So tag is nothing but it can be opening and closing tag. It can enclose something, right? So उसमें कुछ हो सकता है, and it can be an empty tag wherein it provides a basic structure, a new, for example, a form input is a tag, right? We discussed in the DOM video, right? Okay, so we know tags, right? So what is this head tag? So head tag is nothing but whatever comes at this point, right? So in head tag we generally import our CSS file, right? So to provide the styling to all the like all the other tags in our HTML document, right? And it contains this title tag, which is really important. And what is this title tag? It contains this text here. Title tags always is always come it is a child of head tag, and it always has a text, right, written in between it. So right now it's written document here because we have written this document inside this title tag. Let me change it and let me change this to tag attributes, and you can see that it is being changed here also. So this title tag changes this whatever which is written on the browser web page window. You can say that icon of that window, right? So tag attributes. Okay, so this changes the title of this web page. This is called the title of the web page, right? So now this is the title tag which changes the title of the web page. You can also take a look at the definition from VS Code also, right? So in head tag, so head tag has two functionalities. One, to import the styles, the CSS style sheets which we want to import. We'll be learning all about style sheets in upcoming videos, but you need to know that head tag consists the import for style sheets, and consists the title tag which which is responsible for displaying the title for this. So what is meta? So meta is nothing but it provides some information to our browser. I can delete this and the web page will still run, right? But VS Code provides this functionality to just give the browser more familiarity to our code. So meta is nothing but meta means some data regarding something, right? So it provides this basic data, viewport, width, device length, and you don't need to worry about what all this is. This is just some boilerplate code which VS Code adds just to make your browser familiar with the code, right? Okay, So what is this doc type HTML? It is just a normal tag which defines that this is the HTML document type, and this is not this is not XML or other thing. This is HTML document type. So this is like required for this only, right? So don't need to worry whatever this is. So what we need to focus is this HTML tag. In HTML tag we will contain all the all the tags. So in this HTML tag there will be a head tag and there will be a body tag. Inside the body tag, inside the head tag will be having styles and the title tag, and inside the body tag will be having all the content of our web page. So whatever I write inside the body tag, you can see it is visible on our web page, right? All right. Okay, so let's discuss the body tag now, right? So body tag again consists the like all the content of a web page, and the next thing I want to discuss is tag attributes, right? So before discussing tag attributes, let's jump to the heading tags and p tag, right? So what is a heading tag? So as the name suggests, heading tag is used to define a heading in a web page. So h1 is a heading tag, right? So of course it is an opening and closing tag. I'll write this opening bracket h1 and closing, and VS Code will automatically close this tag for me, and closing format is as follows. So you need to do this opening tag and then this backslash and then h1 to make a h1 closing tag, and whatever you write inside this tag, let's type AccioJob, right? So you can see this comes as an heading. So if I write something out of this h1 tag, you can see it comes as a small text, but inside the h1 tag it comes as a big text representing a heading. So let's discuss another h1 heading tag, which is h2. So h2 is just a subheading for h1. So I'll type AccioJob again, right? So now you can see the size of this is a little bit smaller than this h1 tag, and again we are having these h3 tags also. I can tag AccioJob here also. I can type AccioJob here also. Now you can see that the size is more smaller, so it is a subheading to h2 tag. And similarly we are having h4 tag, h5 tag and h6 tag, right? So I'll just name it as h4 tag. You can see this AccioJob is a little bit smaller here, and I'll type here let's say h5, and I'll type here h6. So you can see these are all the heading tags which are present in our web page, right? Alright, so we have discussed the heading tags now, which are basic tags which provide heading to our web page. Let's discuss p tags. So for example, you want to insert some content in your web page, right? आपको कोई content insert करना है, and you need to add, for example, आपको कोई description, you want to add a description to a product. Let's say Amazon में you have those descriptions of products, right? So you want to add that description in your website. So you want to add that. So you have a simple p tag for that. So p represents a paragraph tag. You can see the definition by scrolling on like hovering on this. So p tag is just a paragraph tag, right? So what we'll do is we can simply write some text in this p tag, right? We can simply write some text in this p tag, and like in an HTML page, it doesn't like takes in your enter and other things. So to make an enter, you need to do a break line, br. You need to type br and anything and type after this br, this which it will come in the next line. So if I type here next line, so yeah, so this next line text is coming on the next line because br is written after this d, right? So br tag is also a break line tag, right? So this is another tag which is used to break lines in a maybe in a p tag or maybe other tags also, right? So for example, if I want to give some gap between this AccioJob and this AccioJob, I can type a br here, and you can see that there's a little bit gap between both of these AccioJob, and right, I can take another br and it'll like go a little bit further down. But to handle all the styling, we'll be using CSS. So we'll not be using br tag as much, but of course for your knowledge you need to know what is br tag, right? Okay, so now discuss the tag attributes, right? So okay, so for example, if you want to change the style of this tag, right? If you want to change the style of this tag, maybe you want to change the color of the anything any let's say any text written in this, right? All right, so what I'll do, I'll just add a style attribute. So attributes are nothing but some properties given to a tag defined by user, right? So I'll just give it a style attribute, and what I'll do, I'll just add style and I'll just add a color of blue here, right? You can see that AccioJob is now colored blue, right? So right, so again I can have different styles. Let's give this h2 tag a style of, let's say let's give it a font weight of 900. So you can see it is bold now, or maybe I can take it 100 and you can see that it is lighter than other things written, right? So this is what you can, add and subtract. You can, add attributes to a tag. Let me take you through another example. So for example, if I take this p tag, I'll just give it a style of, you don't need to worry that what code I'm writing, what is how am I coming up with this code, because we'll be covering this is CSS actually. So we'll be covering like covering up all this CSS in the further course, but you need to know that there is a thing called tag attributes. That tag will have a property, right? Let's just remove this. Okay, I'll just add an input tag, and in this input tag, since this is a empty tag, right, this is not a nested tag, this is an empty tag, I'll add a type attribute. It has a type attribute, and here I can write let's say checkbox, right? So you can see it takes the form of a checkbox. I can checkbox this, you can see, and I can say that it is a text area. So it becomes a text area. Let's say I type text, so it becomes text area. If I type button, it takes the form of a button. I can type here like on button something, right? If I give a value attribute, let's say this is a button to submit, so you can see that it is written submit here, submit, right? So you can see that I have given some attributes and type button. So like it is having attributes, and it is able to apply those attributes in the web page, right? So what all did we learn in this like in this whole like lecture? So we learned about HTML tag. What are HTML tags? We learned about the heading tags, we learned about the p tag, we learned about the br tag, right? We also learned about the tag attributes, right? So what is attribute? You don't need to learn whatever this color blue and what all I've written this here. You don't need to learn what type value. We'll be covering everything, but what I wanted to convey to you through this video is that HTML tags are having some attributes, and attributes are some properties related to that tag, right? So I hope that you were able to understand everything covered in this video. Until the next video drops, take care and keep coding.